Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream, giving you that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. Yes, indeed. We're going to have a marathon today. I want everybody to make sure your notifications are on. We got some things to discuss. Thumb the video up as you enter. Got a really powerful message for y'all today. We're talking about abstinence, celibacy, semen retention, things of that nature. I'm going to help a lot of you brothers out on your walk and your journey. Give you a greater understanding on how we must maneuver in this day and age, man. For real, for real. Because I feel like a lot of brothers are not really aware of the current climate that we're in. When it comes to the dating pool, when it comes to modern relationships, and when it comes to actually reaching our full potential as men. One thing a lot of you brothers got to understand is you have got to stop chasing these women. Brothers, you have got to stop chasing. Listen to me carefully. Brothers, it's time that you preserve yourselves. It's time that you reach your goals. It's time that you even the playing fields. It's time that you go above and beyond the establishment. And when I say the establishment, I mean what this society have given the modern woman, the position of power they've given them. It's up to you brothers to overcome the establishment. It's up to you to even the playing fields. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you hone in and you focus on you. Focus on yourselves, brothers. I'm telling you right now. Semen retention is needed. Abstinence is needed. Celibacy is needed. Discipline must come into play. And it's going to save you a lot of energy. Let me tell y'all something, man. Brothers, you're wasting a lot of your energy. You're wasting a lot of your resources. You're wasting a lot of your time out here chasing these women. Not understanding that they're going to be there. They're always going to be there. Always. And you got to focus and hone in on what's important. And what's important is your longevity. Now, even when we're talking on a physical level, I understand I'm a red-blooded man just like the rest of you brothers. And the temptation is everywhere. But you must discipline yourself. Listen, it's to the point now where I don't even like really getting on Instagram like that. And it's because I'm trying to get myself to a certain level of discipline. And I say Instagram because for some odd reason, the people that I follow typically are comedians. I follow people who are spiritually aware. I follow a lot of food channels and stuff like that, food platforms, because I'm a foodie. You know what I'm saying? And I follow these things, but it never fails. When I get into that search bar or when I get into just scrolling and watching reels and shorts, there's always booty and breasts everywhere, bro. Like it never fails. It's like to the point, like if you're a man and you really trying to get on your game, trying to get right, it's very difficult. Like it never fails. It's to the point where I'm literally getting tired of that. I'm getting tired of being focused on one thing and trying to, find some form of entertainment. And then I'm getting hit with a barrage of booty and breasts for real. It's like, I feel like this society is weaponizing women. They're literally weaponizing these women so we can't really focus on what we need to do. Even when we're just trying to just chill and find some downtime, they're trying to hit us with all of this, all these visuals that keep us distracted. It's really a distraction. You know what I'm saying? And we're spending time where we could be doing something else, where we're being hypnotized and brainwashed. And it's really a stumbling block for a lot of brothers because you have brothers that's on a streak of no fap, and that no fap means zero masturbation. You have a brother that's on a streak, and that brother would be doing good. And And then all of a sudden he gets lured in by these temptations, and they're always thrown his way, even on a subliminal level. Even if you want to watch a movie, they want to give you full-blown sex scenes in the middle of a movie. You don't even see it coming, which the sex scenes are very unnecessary. They're just not necessary. We all grown folks. We know, you can move the scene over. We know that they dealt with each other, but they got to show you all of this stuff all the time, everywhere we turn. So it's like, we're just trying to get ourselves together as men. But I got to tell you, brother, some things you got to cut off like a malignant root. Some things you just got to cut off like a malignant root. And I don't think brothers understand what happens when you are constantly chasing these women. And the thing about it is you'll land some, you'll get some women if you constantly chasing them. You may lose some resources, you may lose some time, you may lose some energy, but you'll get some women. But the question is, what type of women are you going to get? You got to be careful what you wish for. You got to be careful what you chasing, because when you're chasing as a man, you're never going to land what it is that you really need. You may get something you want at that moment, but you are not going to get the type of woman you need when you're chasing. It's just not going to happen like that. You're going to end up getting that lady in red. Yeah, y'all know about the lady in red. Bill Black Better, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, I start companies. I'm good in trucking field. I'm willing to teach and help anyone who wants to know. You got to let these women go, fellas. Stop the chase. It's a course to Satan. You don't see the portal, but it says you're in one. Absolutely. That's real talk. And that's what we need. We need brothers who got different scenarios going on that can train other brothers to be focused on something other than just chasing these women all day. Because y'all brothers got to understand, man, the game is rigged. It's rigged. Casper on that, thanks for the $10 contribution, says, yeah, it's getting so bad. I can't even watch videos about dog breeding without a female owner making a harmless video with cheeks out. Exactly. It's like it's being used as a weapon. Because listen, the so-called powers that be understand the power that we hold and the power that we internalize within our male specimen. We actually have a lot of force in us. The force is real and the force is strong. Our seed is able to create life till its fullest potential, brothers. Our seed, when harnessed and transmuted properly, there's so many things we could do. What y'all got to understand is when you release, right? When you release, you're letting off a lot of your bone marrow. You're letting off, things that affect your jawline, your skin, your hair, everything. When you release, like, your testosterone levels drop immensely. Like, this is the reason why a lot of times a lot of brothers is not really living that long, and these sisters be aging so gracefully. You ever wonder why a lot of these sisters be having a lot of sex out here, and they be older and they be looking real good, and they be aging real gracefully? That's because a lot of the times that specimen, that seed, that energy comes from the man, and it's transferred to her. It helps her bone marrow, helps her skin, helps her everything, bro. Like, and you literally are taking your DNA and you're pouring into this woman. Like, you're building her up while breaking yourself down. That's how it really works, for real. And I'm not saying, be celibate or abstinent forever. But what I'm saying is, like, you got to realize that having too much sex can affect you in a negative way. You understand? Yeah, going on long streaks is very key. Ricardo, thank you for the $10 contributions. Appreciate the support. Real talk. They literally would dry you up. And, I personally decided that, man, in the next 4 to 5 months, man, I'm thinking monk mode till I fold. You feel me? Because in this current climate, man, y'all got to understand, like, a lot of these women out here, they have a lot of quote unquote options. And I put that in quotations because they believe that they have a lot of options, but really they have a lot of options when it comes to wicked men. their options are going to leave them single at the end. Their options are going to leave them more than likely scorned, hurt, or continuing in a downward spiral of casual dating. Um, they don't have many selections when it comes to righteous men who are actually trying to do better and lead. Um, but all in all, let them deal with each other. Like we got to choose to unplug from the matrix as brothers. We got to choose to unplug, man. And one thing I'm gonna say, man, moving forward, brothers, you got to start operating on the right side of your brain, the right side of your heart. Because one thing about it, a lot of us left-minded thinkers, a lot of us are operating on the left side of our hearts and the left side of our intentions. And it's putting us in some bad places. And the only thing that's going to do is put you brothers in regret and things of that nature. Now, what do I mean by that? When you study how the right side of the brain works, the right side of the brain is your intellectual side. The right side of your brain is your spiritual side, your cognitive side, your logical side, your side that promotes reasoning, your side that promotes wisdom. And the left side of your brain, which is necessary as well at times, but your left side is more so the imaginative, the imagination part. The left side, a lot of the times, goes into your carnal desires, your lust. You understand? It goes into your primitive nature. It goes into you actually trying to manifest certain things. And it can be women. When you in a club, a lot of times, when you out in a bar, you out and about, you brothers is using the left side of your brain. You're using the lust factor. You're using the wrong side. And too much usage of that left side of the brain is going to put you in a bad situation. And I need you brothers to understand that. Moving forward, man, if we're really gonna stabilize our nation, we're gonna have to start operating on the right side, man. And I'm gonna go to the scriptures on that too, just to show y'all that I don't just talk out of the side of my neck. Ecclesiastes, pardon me, chapter 10, verse 2. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left. And y'all got to understand the heart and the mind is synonymous when we talk in scriptural. You understand? The heart and the mind is connected. So it says a fool operates on the left side. So when you just thinking like a pit bull with the pink joint hanging out, yo, you a fool, man. If you still chasing these women, if you like 34, 45, 30, 50, 40, whatever, and you still lose your rabbit ass mind every time a woman walk by, you are a fool, man. You a fool at this point. That's one thing I can never stand when you see brothers so thirsty when they see a sister and they just drooling and chopping at the bit. Like we grown folks. I mean, it's okay to glance, take a little peep, whatever. She look nice, but listen, you got to get to the point where you got discipline, where you using your mind, man, where you operating in wisdom and logic and reasoning when it comes to these sisters, to the point where you can at least have a conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? To see where their head is at. Nate, thanks for the $10 contribution. Says, I'm over a month of semen retention, but I still struggle with moderation when it comes to other things in life. How do I balance my brain and spirit? That's a great question. A lot of times on semen retention, once you first start, you're going to go through an increase in other things because your body is used to letting off those dopamine releases. So what end up happening is you'll start eating more. If you're an individual who have a habit of, I don't know, nicotine, you may increase that. If you're a person who have a habit in alcohol, you may increase that for that time period. And then it begins to level off because what happens in semen retention being so powerful and so difficult to overcome, once you actually get a hold of that, then the rest of your body is looking to discipline itself in different ways. So now what's next is, what else can I stop doing? So now you're in a month's time, that's about accurate. In a month's time, you'll start to see what your other deficiencies are, and you can now hone in on those things. You can now hone in, okay, I'm eating more than normal. And now you'll start disciplining and that factor. And typically it gets easier because the longer you practice semen retention, the more discipline you get. And you're able to overcome those obstacles. You just got to stand fervent, bro. You just got to keep on going. And once you conquer the semen retention, move to the next thing. Black Bill Better, thanks for the $2 contribution. Says check your IG and reach back out. All right, I will do. Yeah, it's a whole thing where we got to purge our flesh as men. Like, on this channel, we talk a lot about different dating scenarios. We talk about relationships. We talk about polygyny. We talk about marriage. We talk about all of these things. But all in all, as a man, you got to be disciplined first. You got to be disciplined as men, for real. Jake Brock, thank you for the $20 contribution. Says, very edifying. I remember your years ago first video on abstinence and semen retention when you had the dreads. Life changing. If you want the Most High Holy Spirit to dwell in you, you gotta be clean. Fight unclean spirits. Absolutely, you definitely gotta fight these unclean spirits, and understand that's what it is, man. And when you open those gateways and those portals, utilizing these devices, because these devices are portals, they're gateways. When you use those things, you're opening Pandora's box to attract the lady in red. You're also opening that box to attract the succubus demon, man. It's spiritual. Some of you guys, y'all watching this porn, and all of a sudden you starting to hear things that go bump in the night in your home. That's because there's a demon there's a demon residing with you. I need you brothers to understand that it's high demonic activity. You got to cut the pornography off. You got to let these things go. If you really want to be a leader, if you really want to be a man that's going to survive what's coming in this planet, if you really want to lead family and eventually have community and things of that nature, you're going to have to discipline yourselves, brothers, because it's spiritual. It's spiritual. That succubus demon, she gets gratified from you releasing your essence, your seed. These scriptures tell us what it is. And you don't want to attract the wrong one. Let's go here. In 1 Corinthians 7:8, this is from Paul. He says, I say therefore to them that are unmarried and widows, it is good for them to abide even as I. He's saying, if you unmarried, if you don't have no woman, it is better that you brothers abide like Paul. Don't go out here just chasing women, chasing booty, you know what I'm saying? And, just chasing bras all around. He said, it's better that you abide like him. Just be abstinent. Just chill out, man. Listen, the Bible tells us with food, clothes, shelter, and raiment, therefore with be content. With food, clothes, shelter, and raiment, be content. Man, once you could be content, true happiness comes in, bro. When you can go to bed at night by yourself and you ain't worried about it because you got a good meal in your belly, you got a roof over your head, and you got something to keep you entertained, you got television or what have you, you got to be happy with that. You don't always have to have some woman, bro. You got to be content. Double D Animations, thanks for the $10 contribution. Says Shalom Breed, most definitely shouldn't be touching your woman or woman every day. Stay balanced with that as well, fellas. Abstain sometimes and get things done. Absolutely. Absolutely, because you'll get a lot done. Even if this goes for you brothers who got women too. This go for you brothers who got a lady. Take those breaks. Take those breaks. Seriously, you'll get a whole lot done because you're able to transmute that energy. Now, why did Paul say it is better if you dwell even as I? I'm going to tell you why he said that. When you go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 32, it reads, but I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord. He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. See, When you married, when you dealing with a woman, when you got a scenario going on, you care more so about how to please that woman, how to please, how to make sure she's straight. You worried about how she feel, what's going on with her. Paul says, man, if you remain celibate or abstinent, you more so care about how you can please the Most High. What kind of work can you do? The right side of your brain start firing on all cylinders. How you can become a better version of yourself. How you can reach new heights and new levels and new dynamics. How you can become stronger. How you can get more fit. How you can be, get on your business. How you can serve the Creator more, man. Seriously. That's where our minds got to be as men. The women are going to come once you are in the right position. Don't worry about these women. Stop chasing them. Because what you're going to end up getting is bondage. It's bondage. Brothers, if you out here chasing sisters, it's going to put you in bondage. What you got to understand in America today, especially in America. Matter of fact, globally, the modern woman spirit, the Jezebel spirit is everywhere. It's everywhere. These individuals that you chasing, they playing games with you. They playing a game of cat and mouse. And what you brothers got to understand is that these women, they really do not care about you brothers. They don't care about you brothers at all. They don't care. They only care about what can they get out of you. They only care about how they can elevate themselves from you, how they can grandize themselves from you. That's what you brothers is failing to realize. They do not care about you brothers at all. So what end up happening is when you chasing, they want you. They want you, but they don't feel as if they need you. That's the time we living in. Where the modern woman, they want you, but they want you leisurely. They don't feel like they need you in this society. Not the way the modern world, the Western world has empowered them. But they'll use you. They'll use you. And you don't even realize you being used. A lot of you brothers chasing these women and they acting like you chasing them, but actually they're luring you in. Actually, they're luring you. And you believe that you the man. You believe that you out on the scene and you doing your thing. No, 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 no. The women that you chasing, they waiting to sink their teeth in you. It's like they almost like praying mantis. Once they deal with you, they done absorbed your power. And you think, listen, you think they doing you a favor, giving you something. No, you're doing them a favor. Because believe it or not, a lot of these women, hey, listen, they're soul snatchers. A lot of them. It's very dangerous out here. You will get your soul snatched out here. And you think that they gave you a favor dealing with you. No, it don't work like that. You didn't gave your essence. The scriptures go on to tell us, and this will help some of you brothers to, overcome the spirit. Ephesians 5:5 says, "For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, have any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ or God." Man, that speaks volumes. Y'all got to understand, brothers, if you out here whoremongering, you're not going to inherit the kingdom. If you're an unclean person, meaning you dealing with fornication, you're not going to inherit it. A covetous man, meaning you want everything you see. You either want other brothers' ladies or an idolater. You won't inherit the kingdom. Listen, pornography is idolatry. Pornography is idolatry. You're literally worshiping these women. You will not inherit the kingdom when you practice in idolatry. You won't make it. See, you're worshiping these women. You're idolizing these women. The Most High is not going to accept you in the kingdom. I'm telling you, brothers, man, we just got to get on our game, man. Get your porn blockers. Celibacy is for the purposes of attracting the righteous woman. Abstinence is taking the monk mode. path in order to establish who you are as a man. And I don't know who this message was for today, but I just thought I'd come through and speak this pertinent message. Like I said, man, we having a marathon today, so turn your post notifications on. I got some furniture being delivered a little later, but there's a lot going on in the media. There's a lot to discuss. I want everybody to share this particular video. I got more content coming. Y'all know how we do it. Everything we do over here is live and unscripted. Tavon, thanks for the $5 contribution. Says, truly grateful for you doing the work and letting the Most High use you. You inspire others to put their hands to the plow. Keep edifying the spirit. Absolutely. Thank you, family. I appreciate it. Joshua Delos, thanks for the $20 contribution. Says, New Breed, I'm currently doing a body cleanse this week. How long do you recommend I be on semen retention? A lady in red haunts me in my dreams. Wow, brother, you do it as long as it takes. The goal is to go on the longest streaks you can. Now, when it comes to semen retention, it's one of those things where everybody's different. The whole goal is to build up your endurance. You may fail in a couple weeks, but you want to make sure the next streak you go on is longer. That's the goal. Or just go straight monk mode and go all out with it, man. Just go until you meet a wife. Until you accomplish the goal you were set to accomplish in your life. Or some brothers do it by time. Some brothers may say 2-3 months. Me personally, I want to do 4 months monk mode. At least that's the number I have in my mind for whatever reason. I feel like in the next 4 months, I have a lot of work to do. So it's like I'm not really focused on these women like that. So it's like within the next 4 months, I got certain things that I want to accomplish. So I'm just going to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just all up to you. Yep. Autobot says brings Proverbs 22. It says the lips of strange women are a deep ditch that is abhor of the Lord shall fall therein. Yep. See, you got to be careful, man. These women can be very subtle and conniving, man. And really they try and get your essence, your soul. And when you practice in semen retention, abstinence, celibacy, man, this would take you out of a lot of situations, man. You don't want to catch no diseases out here, brothers. You don't want one of these women getting, pregnant that you don't even, really want to deal with. You don't want none of these things to happen. You got to get a hold on your flesh, man. You got to get a hold on your flesh. And one thing about semen retention is, and I hate to throw this out here because this is not the reason you do semen retention, but one thing is for sure, two things for certain. Once you cleanse yourself of all the perversions, women are going to be attracted to you regardless. They're going to come because they can see that that's a disciplined man and that's a guy that doesn't have that nasty spirit where they always thinking, with their phallus. Because there's a lot of guys out there that just running around thinking with their private parts, and women can feel that energy. As a man, you want to let off a certain pheromone. You want to let off a certain energy. When these women are around you, you want them to be able to feel that you are a clean person. And I'm going to tell you, once you on semen retention and abstinence and celibacy for a certain amount of time, man, you're going to feel like a new person. You're going to feel clean. You're going to feel more inspired. You're going to feel more creative. And also, you're just going to have more motivation and more drive to do things greater. Like you're going to be way more driven, man. And you're going to feel like the same person day in and day out. You're going to have times where you have these spurts of joy. You're going to feel bliss. You're going to feel contentment. You're going to feel whole. As a man, you want to feel whole. You want to feel centered. You want to feel like, you looking at things from a more innocent standpoint. You won't really objectify women as much at all. You're not going to objectify women. You're going to be able to have conversations with them, and it's not automatically going to be about sex, man. It's not going to be. You're just going to be a more centered brother, man. and then you're going to feel healthier. Eventually, your metabolism is going to speed up. You may eat more food to begin semen retention, but eventually your metabolism speeds up. Your skin gets clearer. You no longer feel like you have a dark cloud hovering over your head. You begin to really feel like yourself. You know, when you just keep giving yourself away, brothers, and just keep giving your energy, you become fragmented as a man. Like you become fragmented where you lose touch of who you are. Um, listen, as brothers, we got to gain our innocence back too in certain points and times of our lives, and we got to be baptized in His Word, man, and get focused. I really feel like right now it's time for men to get focused. Yes, the scriptures are going to come true. There will be multiple women that will gravitate to one man in these last days because of everything that's going on. But you brothers want to be prepared for that. You want to make sure that you're not operating inordinately, that you are standing on your post, and you ready to lead and ready to be that man that you're supposed to be. And that's what it's really all about, man. You brothers, just stay prayed up out here. Get rid of the porn. Put your porn blockers on. Do what it is you got to do as a man. Stay strong out here, brothers. Focus on your goals. Stop giving yourselves to these women, man. Stop chasing them. They really don't give a damn about you anyway. They're focused on their goals. They're overcoming obstacles. They have the advantage right now. So we don't have we have nothing to like negotiate with when it comes to these women. Only thing we can do is become disciplined, do what it is we want to do. Get better at that job you want. Focus on your goals. Elevate, brothers. Focus on your fitness journey. Do what it is that needs to be done as a man. We all have things we know we need to be working on. Focus on those things and let these women go for a while. If this message resonated with you, make sure y'all thumb the video up, turn your notification bell on, make sure you subscribe, and share this video everywhere. More content coming. Thank y'all for the support. Shalom and peace.